Hello, everybody. This is the Press Play Lifestyle Inspired podcast, a podcast that does interviews with people here like Stef on topics to help our listeners, that's you, find the resources, tools, and support you need to be your best inspired self. So how are you today, Stef?
I am doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so pretty and sunny there. Oh, I love it.
Yes,
So tell everyone
finally.
how I know you, and then hopefully give them a chance to get to know you a little bit better. So Steph and I are both been really fortunate to attend the Health Coach Institute. Both of us are certified in health coaching and life coaching through HCI, and that's how we met. And she has this just a fantastic journey to how she supports her clients, and I was really excited to be able to bring that to you today. So thank you, Steph, for taking time out on a Saturday. They don't even know what day it is, but took a time out on a weekend to come meet us. I really appreciate it.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having me and giving me this opportunity to join you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Steph, you want to introduce yourself to everyone and then kind of tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're doing?
For sure. I am Stef Richthammer, and I am working to say I am the CEO of Empowered You Coaching, and I've recently shifted my coaching from health coaching more into life coaching. And the big reason behind that is, I'll give you a background of how I got to health coaching in the first place. I had it's kind of gross. My intestines ruptured when I was younger and when I was in my early 30s, and no doctor could tell me why.
So like
And
last week?
so, yes, no. Thank you though. Over a decade ago, my intestines ruptured, and it took years to learn what could have gone wrong. And no doctor is actually giving me an actual answer, except don't eat it if it makes your stomach upset, which is kind of rough.
Okay,
And
I won't.
yeah, right. So it took, a couple years of that. I don't want to go out anywhere because then everything revolves around food and drink. And at the time I had a 3-year-old, and I didn't even want to take him on play dates because then the parents would offer me something and I felt rude saying no. And it just became a very dark place for me. And I had no support. My husband is an amazing support, so I don't mean no support, but as far as
assisted, right?
Right. And so it was just, climbing out of that and figuring it all out for myself and wishing I had known someone that could have assisted me through all that. And as it turned out, then my cousin became a naturopath, and she actually did help me. I know.
Well, good job, cousin. If you want to plug her later, we'll let everyone know about the great cousin that's helpful.
Awesome. So, again, it was over 7 years of my life to find out how to feel okay and just not sick all the time, really. And so that is why I decided to become a health coach, because I thought if I could be that person that I didn't have for somebody else, it would be amazing. And what I found was the clients I was attracting were actually coming to me for what they thought were health things. But we'd get midway through our time together, and it was not really about health. It was about being healthier, but it was more about prioritizing themselves and finding time for themselves and having boundaries, honestly. So I've shifted into the life coaching side of it, still including health, but really trying to empower women to empower themselves.
That's beautiful. So it sounds, so you haven't actually shifted in terms of your mission, because you started out wanting to empower women, right? But through the vehicle change, right? So instead of just through health, not that that's a just ever, but now it's essentially empower them the way that they need to be empowered. however they kind of show up to your program. Is that accurate or?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. So what does an ideal client now look like for you? Like if I were sitting at home going, I feel like blah, whatever, I should call Steph, what would I be thinking?
I think my ideal client really is the person who feels like they're failing at a lot of different places in their life, that they find themselves unable to say no to other people. They, a big one for what I've been talking about a lot on my Facebook page is New Year's resolutions. And, you know, you make New Year's resolutions and within 3 weeks, most people just stop. And really that is an issue of prioritizing themselves. So did you create a New Year's resolution and before the month was up, be like, I'm too busy for that. I don't have time for that. I can't figure that out.
Yeah. Do you find yourself with like parents, not parents, moms, dads? Is there like a certain group that tends to be more attracted to you than others?
Definitely moms. And interestingly, um, definitely moms that don't work. And
Oh,
I think
that's
part of
great.
that
We're
is,
like the opposite side of the spectrum because I focus a lot on career-driven moms, but I think you're right. There's a missing niche there, right? There's a piece that's not getting served.
well, and it's a stigma of a stay-at-home mom that you have all the time in the world. Isn't that all you do? Don't you sit with your legs up eating bonbons? So if you are a stay-at-home mom and your spouse is expecting dishes to be done and dinner on the table, and not that we're in the 50s, but there's an
Some of
expectation
those
we
guys
put
out
on ourselves, and then you're right, yeah, some of it is, well, you stay home, can't we have dinner when I get home, kind of thing. And um, I think it's the idea that we have to please the other people, we have to do all the things that they say we have to do with our children all the time, and we have to do all the things that our spouse is expecting us to do, but then that leaves us at the bottom. And
Yeah, it doesn't break your heart.
it
There's so
does.
many beautiful, amazing, fantastic moms living what I call white lie living. Like it's these teeny tiny little stories they have to make up all the time just to make it through because they never feel good enough. No one ever tells them they're great, right? It's like always that question. Well, what did you do today? What would you freaking do today? Yeah, I might respond differently than they do, um, but it's difficult when it feels like the inquisition, even if it's just pleasant, like, hey, how was your day? And they're like, I don't actually know how, right? Like, I
Good
literally
idea.
have no idea what happened today.
Yep.
Or maybe
Yeah.
that's just me projecting. Like, oh, what happened today? Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, so what is one of your like favorite go-to tips for beginning to put yourself on the list?
Oh, um, so I actually just did a
You look,
quick video about this on my group yesterday, and I think just the idea of if you're asking for help, right? Like, so the example I think I used was laundry yesterday, and if you don't say, "Can someone help me with the laundry?"
no
and
one's
you're
good.
the person that usually does it,
Yeah.
why would somebody else do it? But if you're like, oh, there's always laundry, and that's what you think is asking, people are just going to think you're complaining, right?
Yeah.
Or if somebody does do the laundry and they don't do it the way you would do it, are you then judging? Because they're then not going to do it again.
That's so funny. I'm just not in the context, but I used to always say one of the things about asking for help for me is my husband decided to help me with laundry. And so what he does is he goes downstairs and he puts it in the washing machine and sometimes in the dryer. And then he's helped me. Right. It's on the bottom floor of the house. Like, I'm like, and but but if I get snarky about it, like those are like, I thought, well, you know what? Then literally that is two things that I don't have to do now though. There is
Yeah.
like that is two parts of it. And I'm like, why are you being such a jerk? Like I was being a jerk back. I was like, oh, gosh, of course he doesn't want to help. Or I would, oh, this is a good one. I would refold the towels when he did fold them because he felt he folds them wrong. But I was like, oh, that's so mean. If he said that to me, I would be irate. What do you mean I fold the towels wrong? You don't like the way I fold the towels? You fold the towels. I was like, oh, maybe I maybe you shouldn't say it like that, right? Oh, it's crazy.
Uh, did you come back? Was
You're
I
back.
frozen
Yeah,
for a
you're
minute?
there.
Okay, sorry. That is actually something I talked about too, where my son, I would give him his clean laundry and ask him to fold it, and he would fold his pants in half and do this and put them in his drawer. And I was like, oh, and I'd make him take it out. And then he didn't want to do it, right? Like they don't want to help if they know you're judging them doing it. So I think how you're asking, like, are you asking, how you're asking, and then um, being thankful, saying thank you so much, because when you give somebody else validation in what they did, they might want to help you again.
Yeah,
And I think we as women who feel we have to be Wonder Women, and we are already, we don't need to do it all to be Wonder Woman.
right.
Um,
We're all pretty amazing.
we
We really
are.
are. This, I think of another one that I started trying. I fail sometimes, but it's okay. Is trying to make things a little less fun, a little more fun. So there's always unmated socks, like always. I have 4 kids. There's always unmated socks. And so we play like sock basketball, right? So they just each get their own basket and we just make sure everyone's socks that belong to them get in their basket. And they're like, they want to help then. And they're like, oh, that's not a big deal helping. Oh no, that's huge. You ever made like 5 people, 6 people's worth of socks? It's not fun.
No.
So I think sometimes too is we kind of forget how to have fun. We're doing so many of the doings, right?
Yep. We got to do. We're so busy. We got to cross that off the list.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I think we forget though, busy isn't like a badge of honor or like a trophy or something to be had. Um, it
So
just
true.
is. Like busy is, it could be good if you like to be busy, I guess, but I mean that shouldn't be the goal.
Right.
Yeah. That's super exciting. So, do you do one-on-one coaching? Do you have a group? Do you have membership site? What's your kind of your preferred method of helping people?
So I do one-on-one coaching. I also do accountability calls, which instead of 45 minutes to an hour once a week, it's just a 20-minute call to say, the first call is about an hour and we talk and figure out exactly what the goal is. And then we just talk for 20 minutes once or twice a week, depending on the amount of accountability somebody is looking for. And then it's the way my program works is you sign for a month of accountability at a time. And those are just the 20-minute check-ins to see how everything's going. And so one-on-one accountability, and I just formed a group based on my shift in business.
Exciting, exciting. I love it when
Yes.
people launch new things into the world. It's like our growing our new baby.
It is. It's very exciting. My girlfriend and I here in Connecticut are doing a self-love workshop in a couple weeks. And yeah, we're super
Oh,
excited. And it's our first one and we're very excited. So, all the little things happening.
yeah, well, self-love workshop in a couple of weeks would be great timing, right? For like Valentine's Day is always about like, oh, your spouse and your wife or whatever, but gosh, what about the singles or what about you or giving yourself a nice little remember the chocolate roses? No one gives me things anymore because but I remember getting chocolate roses and they're not even very tasty, but it's just the sweetest thing. So
Yeah,
like I'm gonna buy myself a chocolate rose. Why not?
I think you should.
I think so.
I
Great
think you
idea.
should.
Thanks for thinking of it. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't, you did, but I'm glad it worked for you.
That's how coaching works, right? You just elicit great stuff out of people.
That's right.
So you have,
That's very true.
you also have a podcast you guys are thinking of launching soon too, right?
Yes, yes. So my girlfriend Tanel and I do a podcast, and it covers everything in life. She is a divorce coach, and I am not. So it kind of covers a little bit of everything. We've actually talked about a couple books on there. We've talked about life.
I think we interviewed Tanel a couple of days ago.
I think you did.
She's fantastic. She's
I
just,
agree.
she's fantastic. She's just so sweet. And she finally sent me the most adorable picture of her. Oh, how fun. The world is
Yeah.
so small. I think that's awesome. Oh yeah, you guys totally have to get that distributed to more platforms. I know you're already out there, but I'm super excited to see you guys launch that. Such a small world. I didn't
It
even
is.
that's so exciting.
She's
So
actually HCI as well.
yeah, I think when we met some other place too, I don't know, my boss moms or something like that. But
Okay.
so you've got a podcast, you've got a self-love workshop, you've just launched like transition from health to life. You've got the accountability coaching, which is super cool, by the way. I think that it takes people from being afraid or scared of like this long commitment and allows them sort of like a berry testing juice of someone caring about them, right? Like it's a
Yeah.
beautiful gift. So if people are looking for Valentine's Day gifts for their loved ones or their wives or their, that would be an amazing thing for them to offer, I think, to just give her a taste, not so long that it scares her, but that somebody is there and it's just about her. So I love all of your offerings. I think they're fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, is there anything specifically you would like to let the audience know about, or that you're trying to send more people to, or how you're trying to serve people that you'd like to share with us?
Um, well, for sure. My new group is Stef Richthammer, Empowering You. Again, the company is Empowered You, but I wanted it to shift
It
somehow
had
with
to feel
my.
nice. Yeah.
But that's my Facebook group. And if it feels anything that we spoke about feels right to you, I'd love to have you there. Um, I think that's my biggest thing right now. I mean, the workshop is here in Connecticut in Fairfield, and this is far bigger than that. So I don't know that this will reach many people here, but
Hey, if you're in Connecticut and you need some love, Steph's got a group for you. Come on over. That's
come on
amazing.
over.
Wow, you guys are really out there. You're just like trying to bring positivity to women everywhere. I'm so blessed that you came on my little podcast to
I'm
share
so
your
blessed you asked. This is so exciting to be here.
Oh, this is super fun. Well, I'm glad you made it. And again, thank you for, I know you have your family and it's a Saturday, so I really appreciate the time. And I can't wait to share all of your wonderful story with the rest of the audience. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.